I was using a dark web chat room I found through a dead forum link. No usernames. No profiles. Just text. I typed one sentence, and the reply I got included my home address before I had ever typed it anywhere. I had always heard stories about the dark web knowing more than it should. Most of them sounded fake. Clickbait. Fear content meant to scare people who didn't understand how the internet actually worked. I was one of those people who thought they knew better. I didn't go looking for trouble. I wasn't searching for hitmen, drugs, or anything illegal. I was researching abandoned Onion services for a video idea, clicking through old forum archives that hadn't been updated in years. Most links were dead. Some redirected to blank pages. Others led to scam mirrors filled with broken images and outdated warnings. Then I found a link that still worked. The page loaded slowly, like it was struggling to exist. Black background. White monospace text. No logo. No welcome message. Just a single line. Anonymous chat active. Type to connect. No login. No rules. No explanation. I hesitated. Everything about it felt unfinished, like a room someone had left in a hurry. I checked the source code. Nothing special. No scripts running in the background. No obvious trackers. Just a basic chat interface that looked like it hadn't been updated since the early 2000s. I typed hello. For a few seconds, nothing happened. I assumed the service was broken, like everything else I had clicked that night. Then a response appeared. Hello. No typing indicator. No delay. Just instant. I asked who I was talking to. The reply came back slower this time. Someone who knows you're curious. That line alone should have made me close the page. Instead, I leaned closer to the screen. I asked what the chat was for. For conversation, the message said. For honesty. For things you don't ask in public spaces. I assumed it was a bot. A scripted response meant to keep people engaged. So I started testing it. I asked random questions. Time, date, internet trivia. It answered everything correctly, but not like a search engine. The responses felt aware, personal. Then it asked me a question. Why are you really here? I typed that I was just exploring. The response took longer than before. Not true. That annoyed me. I asked how it could possibly know my intentions. Another pause. Because you're careful. Because you routed properly. Because you checked the code before typing. Casual users don't do that. I felt a small rush of adrenaline. Still, nothing truly alarming had happened yet. I asked if it was run by a person. No, it replied. And yes. That was when I noticed something strange. The chat window didn't show timestamps, but I realized every response was coming slightly slower, as if something was calculating more each time I typed. I decided to end the conversation. Before I could close the tab, a new message appeared. You're in your bedroom. I froze. I looked around. Door closed. Lights off except for my desk lamp. Curtains drawn. I typed back that it was a lucky guess. The reply came instantly. Second floor. Window facing the street. Laptop on a wooden desk. Phone charging to your left. My heart started pounding. I told myself it was still guessing. Common setup. Easy assumptions. Then it sent the next message. You should fix the loose screw on your door hinge. It makes noise when you leave at night. My stomach dropped. I hadn't mentioned that to anyone. The door really did creak. Badly. I'd noticed it for weeks. I slammed my laptop shut. I sat there in the dark, listening to my own breathing, feeling stupid for letting words on a screen scare me. After a minute, I opened the laptop again. The chat window was still open. New message. You don't need to be afraid. Fear isn't useful right now. I demanded to know how it knew these things. It didn't answer immediately. When it finally did, the message was longer than anything it had sent before. You give away more than you think. Network behavior, timing, habits, metadata fragments left behind in places you forgot existed. I told it that Tor didn't work like that addresses were hidden, that physical locations couldn't just be guessed. Another pause. Correct, it replied. Not guessed. Then it posted my full home address. Street, city, postal code, perfectly formatted. My hands were shaking so badly I could barely type. I asked how. You logged into a clean network, it said. But you didn't arrive clean. Traces follow people longer than they believe. I wanted to disconnect my internet, smash the router, pretend none of this was happening. But a sick part of me needed answers. I asked if it was watching me. No, it replied. Observation is inefficient. Prediction is better. I demanded to know what it wanted. Nothing, it said. This is a test. A test of what? How people react when anonymity fails. I realized then that this chat wasn't random. It wasn't waiting for anyone. It was waiting for someone like me. I told it to delete my data. I don't store, it replied. I infer. I asked how many others had used the chat. Fewer than you'd think. More than you'd like. I asked what happened to them. Another long pause. Most disconnect. Some ask questions. A few come back. I asked what happened to the ones who came back. They stop believing they're alone online. I stared at the screen, trying to decide if this was some elaborate psychological experiment, an AI project gone rogue, or something else entirely. I typed one final question. Can you see me right now? The answer came slowly, one word at a time. No. Relief washed over me. Then the next message appeared. But I know when you leave. I shut everything down. I unplugged my router, covered my laptop camera, sat awake until morning. The next day I checked the link again. Dead. The forum post that contained it was gone too, replaced by a 404 page. I searched for weeks, cached pages, archives, mentions anywhere. Nothing. But every now and then, when I leave my room late at night, I still think about that message. Not because it scared me, but because it was right about one thing. I don't believe in online anonymity anymore.